Hey there, I'm your imaginary friend, and right now I've got for you a poem called The Ring by Thomas Moore. It begins with a little Latin from Ovid, which I am going to badly mispronounce, uh, Annulus Illiviri, which I believe means his ring. The happy day at length arrived when Rupert was to wed the fairest maid in Saxony and take her to his bed. As soon as morn was in the sky, the feast and sports began. The man admired the happy maid, the maids, the happy man. In many a sweet device of mirth the day was passed along, and some the featly dance amused, and some the dulcet song. The younger maids, with Isabel, disported through the bowers, and decked her robe and crowned her head with motley bridal flowers. The matrons, all in rich attire within the castle walls, sat listening to the choral strains that echoed through the halls. Young Rupert and his friends repaired unto a spacious court to strike the bounding tennis ball in feat and manly sport. The bridegroom on his finger wore the wedding ring so bright, which was to grace the lily hand of Isabel that night. And, fearing he might break the gem or lose it in the play, he looked around the court to see where he the ring might lay. Now, in the court a statue stood, which there full long had been. It might a heathen goddess be, or else a heathen queen. Upon its marble finger then he tried the ring to fit, and thinking it was safest thereon he fastened it. And now the tennis sports went on till they were wearied all, and messengers announced to them their dinner in the hall. Young Rupert for his wedding ring unto the statue went, but oh, how shocked was he to find the marble finger bent. The hand was closed upon the ring with firm and mighty clasp. In vain he tried and tried and tried. He could not lose the grasp. Then sore surprised was Rupert's mind, as well his mind might be. I'll come, quoth he, at night again, when none are here to see. He went unto the feast, and much he thought upon his ring, and marvelled sorely what could mean so very strange a thing. The feast was o'er, and to the court he hied without delay, resolved to break the marble hand and force the ring away. But mark a stranger wonder still. The ring was there no more, and yet the marble hand ungrasped and open as before. He searched the base and all the court, but nothing could he find. Then to the castle hied him back, with sore bewildered mind. Within he found them all in mirth, that night in dancing flew. The youth another ring procured, and none the adventure knew. And now the priest has joined their hands, the hours of love advance. Rupert almost forgets to think upon the morn's mischance. Within the bed fair Isabel in blushing sweetness lay, like flowers, half opened by the dawn and waiting for the day. And Rupert, by her lovely side, in youthful beauty glows, like Phoebus, when he bends to cast his beams upon a rose. And here my song would leave them both, nor let the rest be told, if 'twere not for the horrid tale it yet has to unfold. Soon Rupert, twixt his bride and him, a death-cold carcass found. He saw it not, but thought he felt its arms embrace him round. He started up, and then returned, but found the phantom still. In vain he shrunk, it clipped him round with damp and deadly chill. And when he bent, the earthly lips a kiss of horror gave. 'Twas like the smell from charnel vaults, or from the mouldering grave. Ill-fated Rupert, wild and loud, then cried he to his wife, "Oh, save me from this horrid fiend, my Isabel, my life!" But Isabel had nothing seen. She looked around in vain, and much she mourned the mad conceit that racked her Rupert's brain. At length from this invisible these words to Rupert came. Oh God, while he did hear the words, what terrors shook his frame. Husband, husband, I've the ring thou gavest to me today, and thou'rt to me forever wed, as I am wed to thee. And all the night the demon lay, cold chilling by his side, and strained him with such deadly grasp, he thought he should have died. But when the dawn of day was near, the horrid phantom fled, and left the affrighted youth to weep by Isabel in bed. And all that day a gloomy cloud was seen on Rupert's brows. Fair Isabel was likewise sad, but strove to cheer her spouse. And as the day advanced, he thought of coming night with fear. Alas, that he should dread to view the bed that should be dear. At length the second night arrived. Again their couch they pressed. Poor Rupert hoped that all was o'er, and looked for love and rest. But, oh, when midnight came, again the fiend was at his side, and as it strained him in its grasp, with howl exulting cried, Husband, husband, I've the ring thou gavest to me, and thou'rt to me forever wed, as I am wed to thee. In agony of wild despair, he started from the bed, and thus to his bewildered wife the trembling Rupert said, Oh, Isabel, dost thou not see a shape of horrors here, that strains me to its deadly kiss, and keeps me from my dear? No, no, my love, my Rupert, I no shape of horror see, and much I mourn the fantasy that keeps my dear from me. This night, just like the night before, in terrors passed away, nor did the demon vanish thence before the dawn of day. Said Rupert then, My Isabel, dear partner of my woe, to Father Austin's holy cave this instant will I go. Now Austin was a reverend man, who acted wonders mate, whom all the country round believed a devil or a saint. To Father Austin's holy cave then Rupert straightway went, and told him all, and asked him how these horrors to prevent. The father heard the youth, and then retired a while to pray, and having prayed for half an hour, thus to the youth did say, There is a place where 4 roads meet, which I will tell to thee. Be there this eve at fall of night, and list what thou shalt see. Thou'lt see a group of figures pass in strange disordered crowd, travelling by torchlight through the roads with noises strange and loud. And one that's high above the rest, terrific, towering o'er, will make thee know him at a glance, so I need say no more. To him from me these tablets give, they'll quick be understood. Thou needst not fear, but give them straight, I've scrawled them with my blood. The nightfall came, and Rupert, all in pale amazement, went to where the crossroads met, as he was by the Father sent. And lo, a group of figures came in strange disordered crowd, travelling by torchlight through the roads with noises strange and loud. And as the gloomy train advanced, Rupert beheld from far a female form of wanton mien, high seated on a car. And Rupert, as he gazed upon the loosely vested dame, thought of the marble statue's look, for hers was just the same. Behind her walked a hideous form with eyeballs flashing death. Whene'er he breathed, a sulphured smoke came burning in his breath. He seemed the first of all the crowd, terrific, towering o'er. Yes, yes, said Rupert, this is he, and I need ask no more. Then slow he went, and to this fiend the tablets trembling gave, who looked and read them with a yell that would disturb the grave. And when he saw the blood-scrawled name, his eyes with fury shone. I thought, cried he, his time was out, but he must soon be mine. Then, darting at the youth a look which rent his soul with fear, he went unto the female fiend, and whispered in her ear. The female fiend no sooner heard than with reluctant look the very ring that Rupert lost she from her finger took, and giving it unto the youth with eyes that breathed of hell, she said in that tremendous voice which he remembered well, "In Austin's name take back the ring thou gavest to me, and thou to me no longer wed, nor longer I to thee." He took the ring. The rabble passed, he home returned again. His wife was then the happiest fair, the happiest he of men.